Alright folks, this is a very interesting news because both the most anticipated upcoming Avengers movies, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, have been postponed for 6 months. That means Doomsday will now release in December of 2026 and Secret Wars will now release in December of 2027. But this means a very important and a very interesting news about the Spider-Man Brand New Day movie. Just to give you a refresher, this was the lineup of the release of the next MCU movies. The Fantastic Four movie in July 2025, then Avengers Doomsday, May 2026, then Spider-Man Brand New Day, July 2026, and then Secret Wars, May 2027. And now after the delay of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, Spider-Man Brand New Day will release before Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. And this is very interesting. We'll talk about this in this video. First of all, why this delay? So according to this article from the Direct, it states that from the Disney insider people, we have learned that they have delayed this movie in order to have ample amount of time to work on the massive scale on this movie and also on the VFX work. Now we all know the 6 months gap that they have created here, it is very beneficial for the film because of course they will have a lot of time to execute what they want to execute because this is a really seriously a massive movie, and also the VFX will also have some time to get everything right. So this is one of the official reasons from the insider, by the way, but I think there are a couple of more reasons for this delay, and that is about Spider-Man. So before we talk about this, there are 3 things you need to know about the Spider-Man movie. Number 1, it was rumored that the story or the timeline of the Spider-Man Brand New Day movie was going to coincide or at least going to be taking place around the same time of the events of the Avengers Doomsday movie, and therefore the inclusion of Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday was not quite certain. The second thing you need to know about this movie is that this movie was going to be a grounded level story, a street level story. Again, it was all rumors, and therefore it was not making quite sense that how they are going to release Doomsday first and then the Spider-Man movie, and also it may not be connected with Doomsday. So it was all kind of a mess. But now let's talk about the third thing that you know about Spider-Man Brand New Day, that we had some recent reports and rumors and reports recently, and also talked about this in this video. You can check that video out later. But the thing that we talked about in there was that there was a deal in place between Sony and Marvel. Now we all know that Sony and Marvel have a deal of where and when to use the Spider-Man character in the MCU. So they were kind of having a deal of that can they use Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday, and it was almost certain that yeah, the deal is going to go through and Spider-Man will appear in Avengers Doomsday. Now in that video as well I talked about then what is going to happen to the grounded story and what is going to happen in the overall context of the Doomsday movie as well, because we kind of hoped that the movie will be a grounded story, and if that is true then how it will connect to the Avengers Doomsday movie and how Spider-Man's character will be in there. And this exact point brings me back to the point that we discussed earlier about what could be the real reason of the postponement of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Now I think this could be a reason as well that they want to include Spider-Man in this story, so therefore they might go through a little bit of rewrites in the script so that they'll be able to incorporate Spider-Man in a larger scheme of things in the Avengers Doomsday movie. But now there's still one thing that we have to discuss, and that is what if whatever they talked about earlier is all true, and therefore Spider-Man Brand New Day will also get postponed and it will now release between Doomsday and Secret Wars as it was earlier supposed to be. I know this is quite crazy. So we'll basically have the same thing but different dates as opposed to what we have now. Spider-Man Brand New Day is releasing before Avengers Doomsday, and this will be a very funny sequence of events if that actually happens. So basically, to sum up, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars are both being postponed to December of 2026 and December of 2027 respectively, and this also means that the Spider-Man Brand New Day movie, which was supposed to release between Doomsday and Secret Wars, will now release before Doomsday, which actually means that Spider-Man Brand New Day can actually be a ground level Spider-Man story, a street level Spider-Man story, and it also makes room for the character of Spider-Man to feature in both Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars in a proper multiversal story. So as far as I am concerned, I think this is a very good move. First of all, they have ample amount of time to execute what they want to execute, to pull off what they want to pull off, and number 2, it will most certainly mean if the Spider-Man movie doesn't get postponed, it will most certainly mean that Spider-Man will 110% will be in Avengers Doomsday, which we all want to see. And at the same time we can also have the Spider-Man movie which is in a grounded story. Yeah, that is now possible. Do tell me in the comments what do you guys think about this. You can also check out the Spider-Man video that I made earlier, and if you are aware of the Harry Potter reboot that HBO is doing, you can check out the video out here, because in that video I've talked about all the reasons why everyone is kind of hating that reboot. And as always, thank you so much for watching.